Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam, assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. How are you, my dear Jude?
I'm good, what about you?
I'm also good. How was the tea?
Thank you for asking, dear. My day was fantastic. What about yours today?
My day was also fantastic. Okay, would you like to give me your introduction first?
Okay, why not? This is Anna Muslim in front of you. I read in class 8 in Hanfiya Model High School. Okay, would you like to give me your introduction first?
Why not? So this is Asmat Makbul in front of you. I'm from Kilwara Changmak and I read in class 11.
Okay, shall we start our conversation?
Yes, of course.
Okay, would you like to just tell me something about your journey?
Yes, why not? So, my dear Jude, if we talk about my journey, my journey is too much difficult. I'm just afraid to tell you my journey. I was nil of the bottom when I came here first time. I was not able to utter one single word in front of students because I was hesitating. So I was just trembling at that very time. I was not able to speak in front of students. I was not able to give my introduction. Whenever sir was just telling me they just sit in front of only a little kid, I was just hesitating. I was just thinking that if they will just ask me question, I don't have a words were not coming in my head. But after spending a lot of time here and sir was motivating me all the time, so sir was telling me that no, it's not too much tough, so you can learn the language, but you should just remain the constant, you should come here regularly. And I was just coming here regularly, and after spending 2 or 3 months here, now I am able to come in front of students and speak one or just 2 words, and I am just able to speak in front of you. It's all about my journey.
Oh, what a coincidence it is. My journey is as like you, my dear friend.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, it's your time to share your journey with me.
Okay, when we talk about my journey, so first when I just came here, so at that time, just first I knocked the door. So at that time when I just knocked the door, so sir told me, okay, just come in the classroom. So I saw your stranger faces. So even just I'm not kidding here, I'm just feeling too hesitation at that time. I was not able to sit in the chair, I was not able to get up in front of the students to share my views with the students. So at that time, once sir told me that please get up in front of the students and share your name. So give your introduction as well. So at that time when I just got up in front of the students and I gave my introduction. So at that time in chair, I was looking like an introvert when I just got up in front of the students, and I was looking extrovert. So at that time, the students were thinking that, but in the chair she was looking at introvert. And then what's happening with that pretty girl? When she got up in front of the students, and she looked like extrovert. So I told those three persons that in my inner side of her, I was feeling very hesitation. But in my outside, in my face is not looking like that when I'm just hesitating. So it's all about my journey.
Okay, so our journey is going like Sam.
Yes. Okay, when we talk about the pronunciation, would you like to just tell me something about the pronunciation?
Of course, my dear Jude. So if we talk about the pronunciation, I think pronunciation is much more important for the English language because it decorates our English language. When we are just speaking any single word, so it's looking like floppy songs without pronunciation. So pronunciation is much more important for us. I'm just coming here, I spent 2 or 4 months here, so I got the language. Once upon a time, I got the chance to talk with the native speakers, to talk with the foreigners, but I was not understanding their accent and they was not understanding my accent as well because I don't have a pronunciation at that very time. And at that very time I realized that how much pronunciation is important for us. And now I am just thinking that no, we have to just we can learn the pronunciation because it's too much important for us and it makes our language more and more beautiful.
Okay, so today you motivates me, my dear friend. You know what? I was just thinking that pronunciation is not important for the language. I was just speaking very less pronunciation. So today you motivates me. So I'm speaking too much well. Actually, I will just read pronunciation. I will just make my language.
Yeah, so it's your misconcept. You are just thinking that pronunciation is not important for us, but it is too much important for us. Okay, my dear fellow, my question is for you. Would you like to tell me something about the aspiration? Before the couple of days, I was at my home and my cousin brother, so he was also there. And I told him that my exams are near. Would you like to just teach me the aspiration? And he was just teaching me the aspiration. So words were going over my head. I was not understanding any single word there. I was just thinking that no, aspiration is too much, just difficult. Okay, would you like to tell me something about the aspiration? So maybe I'll learn more and more things from you.
Yeah, why not? It's my pleasure here to just share aspiration with you. So when we talk about the aspiration, it's a rule of pronunciation. So when we talk about the aspiration, so as we all know that we're just pronouncing those very words, we're just aspirating those very letters. So when we talk about the letters, we take 3 letters in alphabets like T, K, P. So when we just aspirate those very letters, so T makes T and P, and K, K. So when I will just give an example towards it. So when we talk about the P, we're just telling that person. It is not anything like it's not suiting, it's not decorating. When we just aspirate person, so it makes a person.
Okay, so it means that the right pronunciation of person is person. It's looking like amazing.
Yeah, my dear friend. different. It's look like amazing when we just aspirate those very letters. So I'll give you example. Like when we talk about the T, we are just telling that it's the name of the letters like T. We are just telling that teacher, tower, top. So it's not swinging, it's not looking like a good. So when we just aspirate, so it makes a teacher, top, tower, tension.
Oh, it's looking like amazing.
Yeah, okay. Would you like to just tell me something about how we can increase fluency in the language?
Okay, so if we talk about the fluency, I think fluency is much important for the English language. We are just coming here when we are just sitting in the chairs. Whenever sir is telling us that just get up in front of students, what we are just doing, we are just hesitating. We are just telling sir that no, sir, today I cannot do the word practice. Tomorrow I will do confirm. But when tomorrow is coming, we are not doing. It's not good for us. So we are lacking our confidence. We are lacking our interest. It's not good for us. So when we are just we want to just get the language. So we have this zeal and zest. We should bring zeal and zest in ourselves. Then we can just we can say that then we can just improve our English language. So if we talk about the fluency, whenever sir will tell us they just get up in the front of students, so we should get up. We shouldn't think that if I'll just did any type of mistake, so what students they will just think about me. It's not good for us. So it's enough for me. It's enough for us. So when we are just getting up in front of students, it doesn't matter what we are just telling in front of students. But I think it's enough for us. So when we are just getting up in front of students.
So okay, when we talk about myself, I'm feeling too much shy to just share with you one thing. Like this, I was also doing that type of thing which you just mentioned recently that no sir, tomorrow I'll just got out, tomorrow I'll just get out tomorrow. So, but it's not that type of thing. Maybe students will face a lot of problems if students are doing that type of thing.
So we are facing when we are just doing futile things like that.
Okay, so pose me another question, my dear.
Okay, so my dear Jude, would you like to tell me something about the grammar? I just hear that grammar is not much important for the English language.
So okay, when we talk about the grammar, I'm not just telling you that grammar is not important for the language, but I'm just saying that grammar is important, but not too much important. When we talk about the grammar, like I think that if we want to teach any person, so at that point in time we have a need of grammar at that time. Okay, when we just in exams must grammar is important for the exam. I don't think so. Language, like when we want to get the language, I don't think so. Grammar is too much important for the language. I will just mention one thing about like we just spent a lot of time in our school, like 15 years or 10 years. But at that time, our teachers are also teaching us grammar. But why we didn't know the language? Why we were not getting the language at that time? Why we were not speaking fluently? But here, only we are spending 1 or 2 months. Here, sir is also teaching us grammar here. But sir is telling us that do activities like word practice, conversation, dialogues, debates like that. So, but it's must for us to do those very activities. But when we talk about those very things which we are reading also grammar, but it's not, we can't get the language.
Okay.
Okay, would you like to just tell me something about, I want to tell you one thing. You take a good step in your life to came here.
Yeah, so what an amazing question it is. So it was my good step. I just took too much decisions in my life, but it was amazing. I cannot just explain you how much a good step it was. When I just heard first time the name of that very institute is life institute, so I just loved it at that time. But now I'm just realizing that. So when we are just coming here, so this very institute is really changed our life. We are not only getting language here, but we are just learning. We are just learning how we can just modify our behavior, how we can just talk with elders, how we can just treat the younger. So it was just, we can say that it was my good step. I cannot explain how much good step.
Yeah, when we talk about myself, so at that point in time, I was not able to just do anything. Like I was not able to speak a single word. But I think that no, I'm just thinking that what a miracle it was that I just I'm just in this very state. So when we talk about myself, I'm just proudest girl in the whole world that I came here. I take this step to came here, and I'm just thankful to my father, like who gave me the golden opportunity.
Yes.
And I'm just thankful to my Sajasa who gave me the golden opportunity to came here to just learn your language and to just come in front of the students.
Okay, so my question is for you. So recently you mentioned that we are just doing too much activities here. So we are just doing too much activities here. So would you like to tell me which one you like the most?
So okay, first I will mention those three names as well as you know that we are just doing their conversation, debates, word practice, and quiz mates. Also, even I don't know enough names like that. So we don't have we don't have 1 minute to just do futile things. It's just a waste of time. So it's telling us that if you just waste your time, so you will face problems in your future as well. So we are just doing their word practice. I think that word practice is my favorite activity here.
Yes.
Because when we talk about word practice, in front of mine, here was a lot of students were sitting and they were just watching us at that very time. We can kick out our hesitation as well. So here is a sir. Her sir is also listening over this words what we are just telling. So sir will also tell us that you have mistakes in there or there. We can pick out our mistakes as well. So I think that my knowledge is concerned that word practice is much more important for us.
Okay, my dear sister, I'm glad to meet you. It
Thank
was
you.
nice
Yeah, it was
conversation.
conversation.